Hello, everyone. This is Mike from Dimensional Walking. And today, the title of this episode is Aliens, Artificial Intelligence, and the Taboo That Has to Be Faced. So, as I've indicated in the past, I've had a really strong interest in artificial intelligence, or AI as they call it, and especially when it refers to or is involved with aliens, alien beings. So here we go. So there's talk now and concern, I guess it would be, that if as robots progress in their development, that we end up giving them consciousness or sentient beings. Okay, so that is a concern. It's a concern of a lot of people. I'm a little concerned myself. And so that's sort of what I want to explore today. So many scientists are pretty excited about this possibility, okay? And there's many of them, as I've said, are very concerned about it. And so the whole issue is that in the past, this subject, even talking about it, was very taboo, especially in the university scenes, scientists that work for universities, because there could be some really critical things. People could lose their tenure at the university. So there hasn't been much talk about it, but that is changing. It's changing quite rapidly. One of the things that is a concern is that if we give consciousness to robots, they're going to probably get to the point where there's three key words that they will be able to do, and that will be adapt to change. And that is one of the things that always made us different. Actually, the animal world adapts to change too, and we're part of the animal world, of course, and humans are very good at adapting to change. But one of the things that the robots haven't been able to do is to adapt to change. And that's going to be where it's going to get really dicey if we give them that ability, okay? So, and as you know, robots are doing more and more today. But here's a little bit of another danger. They're doing more and more today, and the pace of that progress is moving along extremely rapidly. And the reason I say that's a problem is because I think it can go too fast. I think we have to maybe sit back and think of what we just did a few minutes ago. Because there will be a point in which the speed of humans improving robots suddenly will turn around and the robots will be improving themselves. And that would be a danger point, I believe. Okay, and I'm not the only one. There's other computer scientists that believe the same. So, giving consciousness to robots, I would say, would be actually bigger than curing cancer. Okay, it would definitely be bigger. And I think if we give consciousness to robots, I think they will be able to cure all diseases. All human diseases will be cured by robots. And that would be a positive thing, I guess, in many ways. So how do we define consciousness? That's, always up for debate. But many scientists and scholars say it's the capacity to imagine yourself in the future. So this would be a robot thinking basically what he could do in the future, or what his future performance will be, or what his future capacities will be. That's what that means. That's what they're defining as consciousness in robots especially, but also in humans. It would be the same thing. One of the things would be that, I guess, the danger point, or a point where we have to really be concerned, is when the machines realize who they are or what they are. Okay? All of a sudden, they're going to get to the point and say, my gosh, we're robots. And those guys over there on the other side, They're humans. And that's going to be a really strange moment, I believe. I don't think we've crossed that point yet. I really don't, but I think we're close. We're very close. And like I said, that could be the beginning of human troubles, our issues. Okay? Now, someday I think we will do this. We will go ahead and give some consciousness. Humans will give some consciousness to robots. I think it's going to happen. But here's the trick. The trick will be is, will they give it to themselves? Will they get so advanced? Will we make them so advanced that they will give the consciousness to themselves? Again, I don't think we want that to happen. I think we want to kind of control this, and it's really, really important for the survival of humanity as we know it today. Now, there's a whole nother concern here, is that it's very possible that these super intelligent robots is the direction we're going. Okay, it's probably going to happen. Okay, they may feel that it isn't worth having the consciousness, because in reality, my understanding, and again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a research scientist. My understanding is very little of processing that we do. We really need consciousness. Okay, only a small percent of our brain needs that to process intelligent things or to think of things. We don't really need that. Okay, so the super intelligent robots, I believe, will probably say, hey, we don't really even want consciousness, because we're just gonna solve things and we're just gonna move forward. We don't need it. Which, again, that could be a problem too. That could be a serious problem, because it's it's just, if they don't have some kind of a consciousness, they're going to maybe do some really crazy things that are not going to be good for humans. So that's another problem. And I don't know. I don't think we want to go there. I don't think we want to go there at all. So here's our predicament. Do we push the intelligence? Do we give robots the super intelligence that they need to progress with or without consciousness, and then someday realize that we have gone to a point of no return with robots, and we have some kind of a struggle or conflict or war between robots, super intelligent robots, and humans as we know them today? Now, some people say maybe we need to reel that in a little bit. Maybe we got to take the humans and actually make humans more with AI built into us, very much like Elon Musk has been talking about or experimenting with. Maybe that's the route we go, so we stay pace with some of our robots. So that brings me to a little bit of a personal experience that I've had about 15 years ago, and I've talked about this before in some of my other videos, but 15 years ago, I was working for some aerospace companies in California. Well, actually, all over the country, but in this particular case, I want to talk about one I worked in California. So I fly weekly from Albuquerque, New Mexico to California to my job with the aerospace company. And along that flight, I met a gentleman. He was a scientist. He was a physicist. And after weeks of flying the same route, the same time, since he would fly, we typically would fly out on a Monday morning and come back on a Friday afternoon. And he would be on the same flight many times, not always, but many times. And I sort of did some interviews with him. We just had some casual chatting about different subjects. But one of the things that I probably will never forget, he told me. He said he felt that we will never be able to communicate with aliens unless we have AI, unless we have artificial intelligence. We will never be able to do it on an equal or near equal level with them. And what was one of the biggest surprises I had? He knew about aliens. He knew about it. He knew a lot of stuff that I really didn't know. And so, anyways, we had conversation about UFOs and aliens previous, and then the AI thing came up, and so that was his statement. We needed to have AI to communicate with aliens. So, anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. It's a lot of stuff to think about. It's very important to the future of mankind, and we really got to put our grips on this subject and try to figure it out. Okay? Anyways, that's it. If you have any comments, please comment here. If you want to send me a private email, send it to dimensionalwalking@gmail.com. We need your subscriptions. And that's about it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye.